Hey everybody, 5th Horseman here, playing more Kerbal Space Program. Welcome to Season 2, and we're here in the Technology Center because I'm going to show you something here. This is what happens when your society collapses due to a distrust of science. Oh, the entire tech tree's gone. What is Jeb to do? He's the only one left. Bill and Bob are out there too, but they've got workaday lives and they're busy and everything. Jeb, though, all this is gone. This is just Jeb's memories of Kerbal Space Center. It's been razed to the ground by the anti-science people. Kerbin is basically in a Dark Ages. And, Galileo. Jeb is gonna be this planet's Galileo, because he's sitting in his little room here, in his basement, with his remote control device, and he is going to keep the space program going until Kerbin can get back on its feet. He can't launch any ships, he can't do anything, he can't send any people up, but what he can do is he can run the probes that are still out there. And in particular, if you look here, here's all the windows that we have that we had already previously set up. And he's basically going to run these until, and keep the science for himself. He's going to be taking copious notes and hoping someday that his planet will get back on its feet and they'll be able to reopen the Space Center and use the science he's gaining here. So, really quick here, we're just going to really quickly recap what's going on here, because it's been a while since we've done these. We've got the 5-Joule probe lander, eventually going to make it to Joule. We've got the Driloho 3 to Elu, and I'm going to actually fly this one here, because Jeb did do one thing before everything ended that I didn't show you. This thing's still in space, cruising along. What he did was he did a burn to get an encounter with Elu, which is very important. It's a long time from now, this encounter. It's a year and 219 days away, but it will eventually happen. So that ship's going to be going, and just as a hint, it's going to make it there before Kerbin gets out of its funk, as it were. We've got, as happened last time, you saw the Kethane scanner get to Duna, but what you haven't seen, I've heard a couple explosions while I was playing around in this before. I don't think that explosion meant anything. At least I hope it didn't. But the 5 Duna probe lander, which is somewhere. Oh, there it is. Got to zoom way in. It's crazy. It's still on its way to Duna. At least I hope it is. Yeah, it's got an encounter here. Jeb's going to take care of that. We've also got, let's see, we've got Driloho 2, which is going to Moho. It's out. Jeb's going to have to fiddle with that because Mission Control screwed that up. And the Dre launcher is not, hasn't even launched yet, so he's going to be doing that. But first, he's just going to take things as they go, and the 5 Duna probe landers next. So that's what we're going to do this episode. We're going to do some, what did I do? Why can't I jump to ship? Maybe, oh, because I'm on the ship, duh. So, we're on the 5 Duna probe lander. We've got our encounter with Duna. I'm going to set up an encounter node here so I can get my 3. Where is Duna? Oh, there it is. It's actually really close to us. If we look here on Duna, he's going to be coming in. He's currently coming in the wrong way. We want to come around this way so that we're orbiting in the same way that the moon is orbiting. And we've got a little scanning of Kethane here. And what we're going to do here is, let's actually turn off that grid overlay right now, because we don't actually care that much about it. But we're going to change our angle of attack here so that we're coming in on this side of the planet. And I don't know exactly how we're going to do that, but let's just fiddle here. That looks like it pretty much did it. Let's bring it back. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's doing what I want. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Are we... We're coming in this way, so actually it is right already. We're going to be coming in this way and swooping around. So we don't need a maneuver node. I'm stupid. Or Jeb is stupid, we'll say. Yeah, because if you look here on the map, Duna is catching up to our probe. So when our probe comes in, it's going to be coming in from this way. So really, all we need to know is how far into the atmosphere to go to successfully aerobrake. And we can't do that until we're in Duna Sphere of Influence. So let's crank up the volume. We got 2 days before that. Actually, we don't have 2 days before that because I made this maneuver node and it automatically put an alarm. We've got 5 days before that. So let's crank up the time. Let the clock wind down. And it slowed us down for some reason a lot slower than it needed to. Now we got 20 hours. Yeah, it keeps slowing us down. It's like, whoa. That's why it's slowing us down. What the H? It passed the window and it never alerted me. And we're crashing. Well, I don't have a quick save, but you know what I do have? I have a backup from before I started, and we're going to go to that. So I will be back when we're nearing the Sphere of Influence again. Okay, we're back. I have redone the calculations here, or redone the thing. We are now far enough away that I can do this here. I want my periapsis. I did this in a calculator here. I want my periapsis to be 13,226.40 kilometers in order to get my apoapsis near Ike. And what I'm doing right now is I am clicking around trying to create a maneuver node. And I don't know if you know this, but when you... There we go. Okay, 13,226.40, and I'm not going to care at the moment that my 13 to actually I want to drag this back anyway because I want to do it way out here. Oh, it's not going to let me. Well, you know what? I know I want to burn away from the planet. Oh, and I've got physics warp on. I wonder if that's why. No. I want to burn actually away from the planet. Yeah, the ship is still crazy to control. I've got so much fuel. I probably don't even need to aerobrake, to be honest. I've got so much delta V in this thing. But I want to burn towards this thing, which this is the planet, and those are the lines going away. That means you're burning away from the planet. That's how I remember it. I don't know if it's accurate or what. But let's zoom in on Duna here. I'm just going to burn a little bit and see what that does for us. Looking pretty good. Might as well burn south as well while we're here. Okay, it's a pretty good... Looking pretty good. Remember, I want 13,226.40, so I'm already way beyond it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my periapsis where I want it. I'm going to do a quick save, and then I'm just going to try it and see what happens, because I have no idea if it's right or not. 13,226.40. Now, obviously, I'm not going to get anywhere near that close. Well, actually, that's pretty close. And it's above, which is probably good. So let's hit F5 to save. Let's actually hit F5 instead of F6. There we go. Quick saving. And now let's actually set a maneuver node here. And then let's watch this guy go in. Let's go into free mode. Whoa. Hopefully this thing will at least slow down for the near encounter here. Here we come. Whoa! It looks like we're going backwards, even though I didn't want to. No, I'm not going backwards. Ike's got to be going this way, right? Am I thinking wrong that Ike's going that way? I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe I was just going so fast. We had let's go ahead and hit F2. I don't actually care about this maneuver node alarm anymore. Let's go ahead and delete it. And delete the alarm. Okay, now our first aerobraking. Did we aerobrake? We did aerobrake the cathode scanner, so it's not our first aerobraking. Hopefully it's our first successful aerobraking. And I could actually drop a probe off here, but I'm not going to. I want to be a little bit more in control. Okay, we're now at 1, which means we should be entering the atmosphere. I don't know the height of Duna's atmosphere. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Duna's atmosphere is somewhere around here. Yes. Atmospheric height 50,000 meters. So we're definitely, oh yeah, we're definitely in the atmosphere. Cruising along here. We don't care about the vessel. We do care about the orbit, though, because the important thing here is we want our apoapsis to, first of all, end up in the thing here, and it's, I guess it's coming down, but we eventually want it to be around 14,000 meters, give or take, because we want to meet up with Ike with this ship. And it is, yeah, our apoapsis height is wrong here, obviously, because we don't have one at the moment. But it's changing, which means good things, I'm going to guess. We're still going down at 16,000. It's kind of exciting. I don't want a physics warp, so I think I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit this one out. I'm not going to talk too much, and we're just going to watch this in accelerated for you guys motion. We're going back up now, though. So I'm starting to wonder if we're even going to get captured. But we did what the thing said, so we'll see what happens here. We're going to be landing some probes down there. I hope you're getting a lot of pictures right now. You know what we should do? We should... Oh, no, we can't. That's one thing we can't do anymore. We can't spam our science. Because now, as soon as you take a reading... it's gone. So what I'm going to do probably is I'm going to use these 5 guys. One to get a reading in orbit around Duna. One to get a reading in the atmosphere. And one to get a reading on the ground. And then I'll decide what the 4th one's going to do. Because we can only send back 1 science per ship. That's just the way it works. And then the Ike guy is just going to get his science landed on Ike. We do have an apoapsis in the Kerbin system. I don't think it's going to come down enough. Yeah, the atmosphere is barely slowing us down at all. I think I am going to make an executive decision here. And burn retrograde. Right here. Just to bring our apoapsis down a bit. Oh, there we go. It's kind of a crazy encounter, but tell you what, let's go ahead and bring it down all the way. Yeah, we're basically out of the atmosphere now. I'm just burning very slowly. Bring my apoapsis down so it pretty much meets Ike's orbit here. Ideally, we'll get an encounter right there, but it looks like we're not going to. So now we're going to set Ike as a target. Yeah, we've got the Delta V. We might as well do it here. What are we looking at here? This is a negative descending node. So let's go ahead and burn positively. Get ourselves touching there. Looks pretty much perfect. It's a 2-second burn, but it's in less than a minute. And sadly, from what I've heard, there are no. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's the clouds mod that I'm using. So, yeah, those are dust clouds going over the the ice caps there. That's pretty sweet. But yeah, there's no benefit to landing at the poles. I might send my 4th lander there just to say I did it, but it doesn't actually help you at all doing that. And we are 9 seconds away. At about 2 seconds, I'll do the burn. The ship has a lot more power than it does maneuverability. Yeah, it's the best I can expect to do. And it's pretty darn good. Yeah, negative 0.1. That's perfectly fine by me. Okay, now, at our apoapsis, we're going to need to burn at least enough to get out of Kerbin's atmosphere. And we've already got an encounter with Ike. Does this actually get us out of the atmosphere, though? No. So we've got to go up a little bit more. 49. We need to be above 50. So there we go. That gives us our encounter with Ike, which is pretty much perfect. This ship can now actually just sit in this orbit and just stay like this the whole time. So we're going to do that. We are going to do this burn, and once we do this burn, then we can start detaching probes here. Okay. And we're now aimed where we want to be. At least somebody's facing the sun, which is good. Oh, and I should say now, while we're waiting for this to happen, the way tech's gonna work, I'm not gonna force myself. I'm not gonna force you to sit through me unlocking the tech nodes one by one anymore. I had 23 tech nodes unlocked before. And what I'm going to do is that's roughly, if you start at 7 and keep going down, that gets you 28. And I think I'm going to give myself that, because that's going to be, from 23 to 28 is 5. So I should be earning those anyway. So I figure 28 is where I would be by the time I get to 28 doing it this method. I'm going to be able to allow myself to unlock 7 as soon as Kerbal Space Center opens again. And then I'm going to unlock 6, then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, and then I'm going to be on a 1-to-1 basis where I'm back to unlocking just 1 tech node per. So that's the way that's going to work. Okay, we are 3 hours away from our node here. Let's go ahead and hit F5, because I don't trust this alarm clock to pause the game. And let's go ahead and watch Duna go by. There's Ike and Duna. If I didn't have my back to the sun, that would make a really good picture. Let's go ahead and warp up time here. Get ourselves out to our apoapsis. Oh, you see that little eclipse from Ike? Okay, we are 30 minutes away. It is slowing us down, which is good. What it didn't do before is it did the slowing down, but it didn't pause the game. But here it did pause the game, and good thing the game's paused because I've got an alarm going off. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I screwed up and forgot to hit F12, and thereby have not been recording. I didn't do very much. All I did was disconnect one of my probes from the ship. I renamed it to, what did I name it? Duna Probe Lander 1. You know what? I'm just going to make it a lander right now. I also lowered his periapsis to about 7,000 meters, which should be enough to arrow capture him, and he will then land, especially when he throws a shootout. But that's about it. We the other ship, if we want to jump to it, it still lets us, yeah, has an encounter with Ike, kind of. It's kind of crazy, but once we get out here, we can fiddle with our orbit to ensure that we get an encounter with Ike. We can just burn prograde and we'll be fine. So let's head over to him. We're just going to what I was doing when I realized that I was not recording was I was setting up a periapsis node alarm. We're going to go, say, 5 minutes before that. Why not? Let's go ahead and add that alarm. And then that's right there. It's 3 hours away. So then we can go into free mode here. And speed up time and watch the fun. Whoa! Here we come, our first lander on Duna, and Jeb is the only one who even knows it's happening. Yeah, I'm using up almost no fuel out of this thing. It's kind of sad. I guess I could have dumped a bunch of his fuel back into the main ship, but I don't really need it for him either. So the goal here is to land this guy. And assuming he does land, let's go ahead and do something here. I'm going to put the parachute first, and then the decoupling. Because I think the parachute could land this whole thing, and I want to keep the jets in case I want them for anything. Might as well. Yeah, so the main ship's going to go around outside in the clear. Yeah, and I don't think landing here is even possible. I have a splotch there. I wonder what that is. But let's go ahead and crank up time here as we go into the atmosphere. And this time I will bring up the physics warp. Doesn't really matter where we land, because all of Duna is one huge biome. So kind of expecting to see some aerobraking here, some flame effects or something, but I'm not. Not a big deal. If we get low enough over the terrain, we're already 5,000 meters. Maybe we should just hit the chute now. I'm thinking, yeah. Oh! Oh, but it lived! Sort of. I was in high physics warp. I shouldn't have been in high physics warp. Oh well. Let's go ahead and turn that high physics warp off. Let's see. We've got pressure data. It's worth 60 science, and we can transmit it back for 30 science. You know what? We're gonna be trying to land better anyway. Let's go ahead and transmit that data. And sadly, that's the only thing we have on here. Although, actually, I believe we can transmit more than once. Yeah, we can. 25 science, might as well. Log pressure data, transmit that. Hopefully he doesn't crash. Okay, he didn't. Looks like he doesn't have the, he doesn't have the power. He's slowly rolling down the surface. Actually, well, he's sitting on that. That's fine. He's got solar power. The atmosphere is very thin here, but it is enough to register on the instrumentation. Let's go ahead and transmit that again. Probably not going to get that amount. Yeah, there's not enough electric charge. Where is the sun? See, the sun is like in the worst spot as far as the probe is concerned. Oh, is that better or worse? Whoa! Okay, I think that's pretty good. That's getting me some sunlight here. We turn the SAS off. Yeah, he's still sitting. So, of course, now let's log the pressure data. Oh, now we're on the surface though. So this is a whole new experiment. So yeah, this is pretty good science. This is pretty good science. Not enough electric charge. Yeah, see, my flying at Dune is not giving me any science, so it's not worth anything anymore. I don't know what's using up the electric charge. I've turned off the green. Maybe it's just... Can I roll this guy a little bit? Maybe get a solar panel aimed directly at the sun? Uh-oh. come on. Oh, oh no. This is where bad things happen. We're still getting 0 science for stuff. We're bouncing along the surface of Duna here. Oh, did I break all my solar panels? Status broken. Yeah, my solar panels are all broken. Oh, no, that one's not broken. Oh, but I have no power, so yeah. The 2 that are in the sun are broken. And the 2 that are not in the sun are not broken. So, okay, he's dead. Good job. he got me a decent amount of science, though. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, back to the... Cannot switch vessels while you're throttled up. Well, that's stupid. I guess it's good to start off the next season with a noob mistake, like leaving. Oh, that's a pretty cool view. You know what I'm gonna do to? Let's decouple this. Switch to him. We should have the fuel to be able to do this. Let's go ahead and activate his engine. Make sure he's not gonna. We should have the fuel to bring our periapsis down, and maybe we can try to actually land in the canyon here with this guy, and that'll also. Oh yeah, we're fine. Let's just go ahead and do that. That'll also balance out our other ship, which is important. So now he's heading towards the canyon. Whoops. We're going to fiddle with the staging again. This time, though, we're going to be smart about it. Do you hear me? We're going to be smart about it. There we go. And we are going to make sure that we're not in physics acceleration while we're coming down. However, we are going to accelerate a bit because this is the boring part. And I think we're too high for this canyon. We're going to burn to kind of drop ourselves down. We're really running out of fuel, though. But that's good. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking this trajectory. It'll basically land us somewhere in the canyon, hopefully right in the middle. If not, no bigs. Let's go ahead and speed up the game a bit. We're in the atmosphere now. Yeah, I think I'm going to kill all horizontal velocity. Okay, and let's go ahead and decouple. Let's go back to the ship. Oh yeah, we're fine. This is pretty much perfect. Pretty much perfect. Okay, now, can we take a barometer reading here? Yes, we can. 30 science. Let's go ahead and transmit that. Let's also get ourselves aimed. Kind of downward. Get our landing gear out. Why not? Yeah, what we're not going to do is take a science bay reading, though. The science bay and the goo container are being saved for the final landing. And I think I'm gonna do my shoot here. I think the chute has been deployed, but it's just not. Yeah. So we're just not low enough yet. Let's go ahead. Oh, there's the chute. Let's go ahead and log the pressure data. Might as well send it. Looks like we're going to come down right about where I wanted to. Make sure physics warp isn't on. Coming down kind of fast. And the parachute held. That was what I was always curious about. Now, I knew it held on the other one, and we were going pretty fast. But I was always curious if it would hold on this one, and now I know. It will. So let's go ahead and log pressure data again. We're still getting science for it, so let's go ahead and transmit, even though we don't have any electric charge. Yeah, we're actually at 0 science added, so I shouldn't be doing this anymore. Can I cancel transmit? Stop transmitting. Looks like I can do that. Yes. Okay, now if I look at it, it says it's worth 12.5 science. So if I say transmit, not enough electric charge, it should give me a little bit of science. It's telling me it's giving me 0. That's kind of crazy. But oh well, we'll let this finish. How many bits is it? It's only 12, so that's not a big deal. We're at 33%. By the time he lands, we'll be done here. Hopefully, let's turn his SAS back on, because I don't know what landing is going to do. Yeah. That little, oh, look at that. Ike's right up there. That little slope was all it needed to fall over. I don't think this is going to do anything, but let's try it. I got to wait until... How far are we here? Come on, tell me what you're doing. I might as well turn this off. Turn SAS off. Maybe when it gets to 100%, it'll give me some science, but it's giving me 0 right now. And 0 science. So yeah, that was worth crap. And it's still apparently trying to transmit something. Maybe it was trying to transmit the other thing it was doing. So I just have to wait. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Yeah, see, it's still saying 0, so I'm going to stop transmitting. Okay. Now we've got power. But yeah, Duna is not... Duna's gravity is strong enough that I cannot do anything with it. So let's go ahead and observe the materials bay. It's only worth 40 science when you transmit, but we're never going to do anything anyway, so let's go ahead and do it. Transmitting this experiment will render this module inoperable. I don't have a choice. There's no use for this module anyway. Let's go ahead and observe the mystery goo. He's worth 24 science. I want to transmit the data, knowing that it will render it inoperable. And now we're just waiting for the electric charge. Let's go ahead and view this guy as well. Let's log his pressure data. More science here. And I'm going to do it one more time. Log the pressure data. I'm going to say transmit. And we are going to sit here and earn our science. I think this is a good place to end the episode, I think. When we come back, we'll do sort of the same thing on Ike and also drop the other two off in Duna. And until then, though, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you're looking forward to Season 2. I am 5th Horseman, and I will, as always, talk at you later.